Welcome to Class Summit. So this is what we have in mind to replicate, even though it might not be as full as this, but this is the design we have in mind because of the material. Okay, so here I have the fabric, black fabric for the design, and the multiple colors for the main fabric or the main design. All right. This fabric is quite stiff, but if you're going for yarns, use something that is quite soft. So here I have my basic pattern. I'm going to close up the pores that in case you do not know how to draft your basic patterns, we have the videos in this channel. Okay, so from the shoulder for the front side, I'm going to mark 1 inch and I'll connect it this way, 1 inch down, right? You can do ½ inch at the CF and 1 inch at the armhole, or you do exactly 1 inch, 1 inch, whichever one, it is still okay. So I'll cut it out and add it to the back shoulder. This is a shirt, so we want the back shoulder to be longer or higher than the front shoulder so that it pushes the front shoulder down. All right, so I've transferred it to the back shoulder line, and this is for the CB and the CF. Now I'm going to place my fabric in a diagonal form. If you have excess of fabric, you can place it in a flay form, as in 360-degree or 180, but here I'm making a diagonal form because the fabric is not that much and then it is stiff. So once I have it this way, I'm going to place my basic pattern, right? The waist that is going to add to the measurement because it's not going to be a fitted gown, it's a flay gown. You can also slash and spread, but I choose to do it this way. Slashing and spreading will make you have more fullness. But remember that the bust area is a bit fitted. Alright, so I'll mark out my seam allowances, ½ inch at the shoulder line, ½ inch at the armhole line, and then at the sides you can mark as much as you want. Because the upper part is a bit fitted, I'm adding 1 inch, then placing it on the diagonal. I'm just going to connect in a slanted form down to the end of the flay. I hope this is making sense to someone. Okay, so I'm going to take the length of the gown in a flay form, in a triangular form. This is how I'm going to place it, right? And then mark it so that everything will be on equal size. So I'll mark it this way and I'll cut it out. The neckline is 0.25 for seam allowance. So this is the cutting and I'll cut it out. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please kindly do so. So I'm going to cut the back right now. This is for the back. I placed also same way and I'll cut. This is exactly what I did at the front, but because this is facing us this way, it appears like it is fuller. But if you want more fullness at the back, you can still make it more full at the back and everything will be fine still. So for the black design in front, this is what I'm going to do. I have my black material here. I'm going to place the front. I'll use it to trace the design that I want for the front. Half of the shoulder is where I'm going to place the design. I'm just trying to arrange the fabric well so that everything enters. I'm going to mark half and then mark where I want it to stop. This is not the strap that goes straight down. That one is just a straight line down to the end of the gown. So I'm using chalk to trace the design and the front. Okay, so once I finish tracing, I'm going to remove it and we'll see what we want. Yeah, so this is now a guideline, the design for the front. I'll cut it into two for the two parts of the front. So if you've watched to this point and I believe you understand what we're talking about, please kindly subscribe. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much. As you're cutting, make sure you add your seam allowance as well. Okay, because this is on a freehand, add your seam allowance. Like I said, I just cut one, trying to manage my fabric, and I'll cut the second one, that is on fold. This is it. You can see the way it is. So this strap is going to be for the long strap in front, just something very long and straight, no design. So I will tear the front into two. I'll tear it open into two. Now the front is just straight, but if you want it to be flayed up, you can still, like I said, instead of making a diagonal form, you can change into a flay, as in full flay pattern, and everything is going to align properly. This is because we're trying to manage our fabric. So I'll first place this one before placing the long strap or sewing the long strap where we have the button. The long strap is just for the button. So here I'm going to fold it this way and iron it down, then sew it down. This is it. Okay, the long strap is not adding to any allowance, it's just a design where we're going to place our button, the extra 1 inch that usually comes along with button. All right, so this is where our button is going to be. Now we're just going to join the shoulders to the back, and we'll join the sides, and this button area is going to overlap this way. We're making progress, and I hope you're understanding what we're talking about in this video, right? If you've watched to this extent, please subscribe, and returning subscribers, thank you so much. This is for the neckline, okay? This is for the collar. I'll measure around the neckline, mark it on fold, raise it up at the end of the measurement by 1 inch, and then slant it down to the base of the neckline, like so. Then I'll now take the height of the collar that I want, 1 inch collar, and I'll connect it this way. This is the 1 inch collar. So at this point, I'm going to take 2.5 inch up for the collar roll, that is the shirt pattern for the collar. I'll connect 1/2 inch to the end of the collar this way. The video is quite clear. I will mark 2 inches and connect it to the 2.5 inch up, right? And then I'll slant it. Now this is what we're going to cut. Now while making this, please endeavor to add your seam allowance. If you're marking 1 inch for the base of the collar, add 1/2 inch, so that because this is on a freehand, you'll be able to sew it out and you will not run shortage of measurements. Okay, that's why I added extra 1/2 inch at the upper part. Then at the lower part, I didn't want it to be quite big, but if you want to maintain 1 inch, please do 1.5 inch, so that when you cut out, everything will align properly. And when you sew out the 1/2 inch, everything will align properly. So like this, I'm going to cut two of this, the other one using the same fabric for the turning. So this is it. I've ironed stay on all of them. I've sewn this part, the upper part and the sides. This is the part that will be in between the collar base. So I will turn it and iron it down and then place it in between the collar base, right? I'll place them together this way and then sew it like this and like this. So I'll put them at the middle and sew it before joining it to my shirts or to my shirt gown. So I have to use my pin and hold it together so that everything aligns properly. And after that, we're just going to attach it to our shirts and all will be done and done for good. Thank you for watching up to this part. I'll see you in our next video. Bye. So this is the outcome of what we've just watched. Thank you so much for watching.